a little bit as we see the rider in white.
All right off the bat, we got the rider in white dropping in. I believe that is Magno Oliveira. Giant maneuver.
Spewing about that.
Can he pull that off? Okay,
out
of the water.
In red. Oh, this is Hardy just coming in.
Okay, rider coming in.
Even his double handers look stylish.
Take us through this one.
All
Magno.
Right, he hits it perfect. It's just heavy conditions. And again, the water's so warm over it too, and if you're only riding one string, and not the Damien King triple stringer system, limited sizes and colours, but if you're only riding one stringer, sometimes the board can just fold on you, and that's what happened. He landed in the flats. The warm water would make his board pretty flexible, and he's just nosedived, as you saw there. So before I came here, I actually whacked two stringers right up to the nose in my board, and it's different because I remember when we were in Mexico, we had a lot of dramas with boards, and everyone was taking their boards to a local guy to try and get them stronger. And
Jose Rutherford was the guy down in Mexico.
Yeah, that was good. So I won't make that mistake again, and we didn't, and it's good.
All right. Again, Kingy, congratulations, and thank you for coming in the hot seat, and good luck in your next seat.
All right. Sayonara.
All right, coming in is Terry McKenna, the tour director, giving us the inside scoops on what to expect today and in the next coming days. So, Teza, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Manny. Good morning, everybody. Welcome along. I just got my new iPhone cover.
That is insane.
Yeah, for the new iPhone 4S, I think it is. Yeah, so pretty cool.
There's a white one as well. Unfortunately, my BlackBerry can't fit in it, so that might be the reason why I'm going to get an iPhone.
Yeah, well, it's not the only reason you want to get an iPhone, let's face it.
Yeah, you're right.
The only people that don't like iPhones are the people that haven't got one.
Exactly.
That's what I say. Mate, we've had a pretty challenging day here today, folks. We do apologise. We've had some technical issues. First up this morning, we had a lot of condensation and just moisture. Really, it's very tropical here in good old Puerto Rico, and of course it got into some of the systems, and we had some issues with the ride scoring system. That's been fixed. But just recently, of course, the Wi-Fi network we're on here at the moment just took a tumble. So we've been off and on, and we've had a few. It's been a challenging day technically, but look, I tell you what, as far as it's been a challenging day physically for the competitors. Some of these waves, Manny, are really crunchy.
And that's right. Kingy actually touched on that, where he's been here almost a week, and he's just getting over his jet lag. So not only do they have to compete in these heavy conditions out in the water, but physically, your body is going through a lot as you're traveling around the world doing these events.
Yeah, that's right. We've seen a couple of interesting results this morning. Of course, Diego Cabrera finished in second spot. He really needed the win. I mean, he's picked up 4 points now total. If he wins his next heat, he'll be on 10. I mean, 10's been the bubble at a few contests. He's got a very nervous weight. And, of course, Mike Stewart finished third in his second round heat. So that puts Stewart in a very, very tricky position. Mike will be definitely looking for a win in that round number 3.
Okay, so currently out in the water right now, Magno Oliveira in the white jersey. He only has one wave so far. Jeff Hubbard in red, Roberto Bruno in yellow, and David Phillips in the black jersey from Hawaii. Again, we are in the fourth heat in round number 2 of the 3-round leaderboard system. Give us the insight on how that functions.
Yeah, very simple, folks. Riders, of course, serve 3 times. Each time they serve, they're awarded points for where they finish in the heat. It's 6 points for first, 4 for second, 2 for third, and 1 point for fourth. And, of course, 0 points for a no-show, as we saw with, both Magno Oliveira at the box and also Diego Cabrera here. Just a couple of, for reasons out of their control, they couldn't make it. But, yeah, that's it. And, of course, at the end of the third round, the top 16 moves automatically through to the man-on-man competition, and the other 16 take a bit of a tumble. But, the leaderboard has been, a great success this year, Manny. We're really stoked in it. I mean, we're going to just bring up the graphic on screen at the moment and give you guys a bit of a look at what it looks like after we talk with Hardy and Shaggy. I do believe that the Shagmeister is down there on the stage, mate. So take it away. What's going on?
Down here is Hardy, the winner of the last heat.
From Hawaii.
Congratulations. Turn, hey!
So, Sharon,
Okay, sorry, we're back again. Hey, Ryan, congratulations. Talk us through that invert to roll.
Yeah, thanks, Shag. Well,
was definitely a slow heat for me. My first 2 scorers, I could only manage 1 roll on the wave. Definitely nothing special. So I knew by my 3rd wave I had to try and do a little something extra. So I got a bit of a vert section and did a little invert out of it, and then just tried to milk the wave as hard as I could. 2 little rolls, 6 points, did the job.
You'll take that, hey? Now you can relax and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 2 firsts, you're definitely through. So yeah, I can sleep well tonight for sure. Stoked.
Can we expect Hardy to be going for something big in round 3 to wow the crowd here in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, no pressure. So I think the waves should be pumping tomorrow. So I'm going to be looking forward to going out there with no pressure with some sick waves.
It's your first time here in Puerto Rico. What is your impression of the place?
I'm stoked on it. Yeah, it's an amazing climate, and so you can just be outdoors all day. It's really warm. The waves have been consistent for us, powerful, and just got a good vibe from all the locals, and everyone seems to be having a good time. So I'll be amped if we can come back here year after year.
And you get some fun waves on the lay day yesterday?
Yeah, definitely. We got some 8 to 10 foot waves yesterday, which is not the sort of waves you expect to get on a comp trip. Some heavy, like 8 to 10 foot barrels. Yeah, just another good thing about Puerto Rico. Scoring some good waves.
Well, thanks very much, Ryan. Back to you guys.
All right, great job, Shaggy, and congratulations, Hardy. Now, Hardy, one of the few guys that have all their eyes set on Jeff Hubbard, the rider in red, currently out in the water. But first, live action in yellow, Roberto Bruno.
Yeah, well, the Brazilian has been in great form, over the last couple of days. We've seen Roberto yesterday, in fact, did cruise around with a couple of the guys free surfing. I was in some incredible waves yesterday here on the island. That's a great combination surfing there from Roberto Bruno. Yeah, he's a real talent, and I really noticed the last couple of events, Roberto's really stepped it up.
Okay, back to Jeff Hubbard and Ryan Hardy.
Yeah, well, Ryan Hardy, of course. Well, he's had 2 firsts now. He can really relax. Jeff is out the back. He's currently in the red singlet. He's holding on to a 1-point ride. He wouldn't feel very comfortable at the moment. I was talking to Jeff this morning. I did notice that, it would be hard to be relaxed to be in his position. There's so much pressure on him. He'd really love to try and clinch the title here in Puerto Rico. And I could see the weight on his face, I must admit. And I know Jeff pretty well. I've known him, for probably 10 years. And he was feeling it. Let's see if he can translate that. He's good under pressure, as we see. Talking about pressure, have a look at this wave here for Magno Oliveira.
Magno Oliveira, big roll extended on that section. Can he pull out in front of that whitewash to get the points? No. He gets pushed out the back, and Magno going for a big move, but could not pull it off.
Yeah, well, we've seen a lot of incomplete rides here today, folks. On screen, it looks pretty clean and perfect, but the reality of it is that it's a bit of a washing machine. We're going to check the replay for Magno Oliveira. You can see he's just looking down the line. X marks the spot. Magno drives it up and over, and probably just didn't get the cushion that he was wanting off the M zone as that foam sort of bounced back up. Really get a cushioned landing on that one, and instead kind of folded, and that was incomplete from the judges.
We actually saw a really good replay of PLC landing one of his big moves, and you can just see that all the pressure, all the impact converging on the landing. A lot of pressure, and holding on to these big moves is really difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I would be thinking that we're only going to run the 1 round here today. Manny, we've extended heat times to 35 minutes. You can see a little ruffle on the wave face out the back there. The wind's just starting to edge around. Side shore. That is a deep barrel, and that thing just spat twice, but unfortunately he's not going to come out of that one.
That was David Phillips from Hawaii. Unfortunately, could not make it out. Look at this, the other Hawaiian, Jeff Hubbard, dropping in.
Well, Jeff Hubbard, look at this section, is amazing. And, Hub gets a nice little cover up, hits the old cappuccino zone, and then just flicks off the back. But that's not a bad opening wave. Jeff was looking to improve on a 2.2, so I'm pretty sure that he's going to do that.
Yes, Jeff will definitely do that on that wave. Nice cover up, and goes for a reverse roll on the exit. But Jeff sitting pretty good right now on that 7.5 as his foundation high-scoring wave. Let's take another look.
All right, well, you can see Jeff Hubbard just stalling a little at the top, wanted to get the big run down the slippery dip, gets to the bottom, just draws a nice little line. It wasn't a deep barrel, but it was a pretty sweet, clean one. And, I mean, he's got a nose for a tube, this kid. He knows how to put the pie in the oven. And there you can see him just hit that end section and just realising, well, rather than try and go with it, he almost meant to go off the back of that just so he'd save himself a bit of paddling time.
Exactly. Okay, so that barrel ride, a little smaller wave, a little frothy wave, came in at a 4.4. So that's what he's going to try to build on his second highest scoring wave. Currently 25 minutes remaining in this heat.
Yeah, that's right. Well, Jeff hanging on, as you can see on screen there, folks, to first position with a 7.5 and a 4.4. Roberto Bruno chasing the sign of the devil, the 666. Magno Oliveira in third spot. He needs only about just over a 3-point average. And D-Phil looking for a 3.5-point ride. Not much in this one. Really just the one good score from Jeff Hubbard separating the field. But, yeah, we've seen some, an incredible race here in Puerto Rico, Manny, for the 3 world titles. We'll talk about that after this wave from Bruno.
Wow, Roberto Bruno bouncing off the bottom, holds his rail, and goes for a big roll on that whitewash inside section. And it looked like a great wave forming up for him, but the wave broke a little bit too early, and he had to do a roll through a whitewatery section. But bigger wave, big move. It's okay. He might get... I don't know if he's going to get that 6.6.
No, well, judges say that's a 4.4, so he fell a little bit short. But we're going to check the replay on this one. You can see him just bouncing, trying to hold a clean line, drives it up and over. Look, these are sort of more standard kind of manoeuvres. Pretty safe in the first 2 waves. Just go out there, just get your, your basic stuff out of the way, get your 2 scores locked into the computer system, and then try and build off it from there.
This is pretty interesting. We just launched a survey. IBAWorldTour.com survey where the viewers, bodyboarders from around the world, actually have a say in what they want to see and, their input. That's going to be pretty cool to implementation of the whole IBA tour.
Yeah, that's right. We're very interested. We like to listen to our customers, and that's you guys out there in webcast land. So, yeah, please jump on the survey, and you can win a signed Rash Vest from the Encanto Pro for your troubles, so that's pretty cool. Looks like
Magno Oliveira taking a look, dropping in live action here at the Encanto Pro Puerto Rico. Magno coming around that section, finds a section, playing it safe, nice clean roll, and banks off a reverse and cannot pull it off for Magno. So again, just a one maneuver wave for Magno on that one in the white jersey.
That's right. Well, you can see if you don't get the first wave of the set here at middles, so you can see how much froth is on the face here. And when those waves got a lot of white water like that, it does make it difficult to try and hold a nice speedy line. It's hard to hold your rail into the wave face if it's not all nice and green. But Magno Oliveira's had a fantastic year this year. There you go. See him throwing his weight around. But I tell you what, the good old middles had a bit more weight than good old Magno. Right now they're watching live action as Dave Phillips paddles into this little inside wave. Dave Phillips really needing to try and get a wriggle on in this heat. He's had a very slow start. He kind of just boofs it through the lip, and that one's not going to be a real high scorer as well. But back to Magno Oliveira, as we said, he's had an incredible year in 2011. There he is there. His profile is on screen. He's a fine young gentleman with a young family, sitting 9th and 9th. That was in the previous event in the current ranking. So 26 years of age from Praia do Morro in good old Brazil.
Yes, unfortunately he got 3rd place in his first heat in round number 1 of the 3-round leaderboard system. So he would like to have a better placing in this heat to avoid being on that bubble, as what we like to call it. Those that are waiting for those last scores to come in at the end of round number 3. So he's building on a 3rd place, 2 points in his first round, and he is currently sitting in 3rd place right now with 21 minutes remaining.
All right, well, we saw Ryan Hardy, of course, one of the front runners in the IBA World GSS Tour. He won his heat. Jeff Hubbard currently sitting in 1st at the moment. But on screen, of course, is that man, Dave Phillips. He's only 23 years of age from Wailua in Hawaii. He's one of the wild cards here in the Encanto Pro Puerto Rico. A great talent and, of course, a very innovative rider. Likes to take a lot of risks, a lot of originality and a lot of inventiveness in that guy surfing.
Yeah, he had to get a really inventive as he was paddling out because a bomb just dropped on his head. So he's getting mixed up in the inside. Oh, it looks like his leash may have broke, or his board or his leash came off of his arm. So we're going to see what Dave Phillips is going to have to deal with as he grabs his board. All right.
Well,
yes, Jeff Hubbard.
Yeah, Jeff Hubbard from Hawaii is currently in the lead. There's his profile, of course. This is the man that could be king at some point during this competition. 35 years of age, his local breakers pipeline. Currently, of course, came off a 9th in reunion. Didn't have the best campaign, but speak of the devil, there he is, Manny.
All right, dropping in, coming around that section. Full speed ahead. Nice roll. Perfect textbook cylindrical barrel roll from Jeff Hubbard. Comes out of the barrel, or comes around the section and does a nice, perfect roll for Jeff Hubbard.
I tell you what, Manny, if anyone's suited to these conditions out here today, it is definitely, guys like Jeff Hubbard. If Ben was here, Ben plays really good in this sort of stuff. So is GT, and so is Mike. I mean, the years of experience from these guys is just showing in these kind of shifty conditions. But you can see Jeff here just lines it up right in the pocket now, really surfing to the area. That is just you can't get any more critical than that as we go back to live action.
Roberto Bruno coming around the section again, a little bumpy, little frothy on that inside, punches through the lip, goes for a roll, and he does kick out in front of the whitewash. I did see him pop through there as he went out of the camera view by Roberto Bruno. One-wave maneuver, not a super high-scoring wave, smaller, frothy, so we'll just have to wait.
Well, it's all one-way traffic at the moment. There's Magno getting a soupy left, but at the moment it's Jeff Hubbard and Roberto Bruno just going wave for wave, sort of dominating the early part of this heat that we're watching at the moment. Coming up next, of course, heat number 5, round number 2 of the Encanto Puerto Rico Pro. We're going to see GT Guilherme Tamega will take on Jake Stone, along with Yuri Martinez and Rafael Rivera. That is our local wildcard here in Puerto Rico. So some great conditions. There's a shot there of Jake Stone. Normally a bit of a comical sort of a character. You can see him, he's got his game face on now. He's ready to go to battle. Just in the right of the screen there, Mark McCarthy, of course, from South Africa. And all the world's top bodyboarders are down there just doing their thing at the moment. But GT, Jake Stone, Yuri Martinez, Rafael Rivera coming your way next here at the Encanto Puerto Rico Pro.
Yeah, Rafa, the Puerto Rican, the local wild card, I believe, or the local wild card, Rafa, the Puerto Rican, is going to be very exciting to watch too. This is his backyard, and we can't. I mean, this next heat, who is this dog?
That's Middles. He's actually the local dog here. He comes and greets me every morning. He's a raggedy-looking thing, but look, it's good luck. So that's why GT's getting into him. Look at GT. I can't believe that GT's getting into his late 30s. I mean, the guy's like Benjamin Button. He just seems to get younger every time I see him. I don't know what sort of diet that guy's on, but I'm going to go for it.
Well, the beauty about this is he's not losing steam either. I mean, he's still in the hunt for a world championship. If all the dominoes fall in place, he could be a world champ this year as well. But getting some more good luck from Middles, the local dog here, GT. All right, Middles, give GT a little bit of room. Nice.
Yeah, that was funny. But, I mean, he really is the Peter Pan of international bodyboarding, that guy, Guilherme Tamega. So, right now, it's Jeff Hubbard in the lead. Magno Oliveira with that last wave, folks. Wow. That soupy left that we called, it was a 5.4. Did push Magno up into second. Roberto Bruno is in third spot. And Dave Phillips looking for a big score for the young Hawaiian. Needs to get an 8.3 to go up into second spot.
Wow, that last wave of Jeff Hubbard came in at an 8.25. Pretty much put everybody in combo land. Here we go. Magno Oliveira. Nice big roll. Extension out and through the lip. Big roll for Magno Oliveira. So yeah. Magno's trying to build on his lowest scoring wave of a 4.9. And that could be it.
You got to be thinking that that's going to eclipse one of those lower scores for sure. Here's the replay, and you can see just a perfect line here from Magno. He's just so good in these big, strong conditions. And look at the projection that he gets out of the lip there, just using the energy of the wave. And, he's a very poetic sort of surfer. He knows how to, link in with the wave's energy, and, that should be a pretty good score. In fact, it goes down and into the system at a 6.5. So he just made things a little tougher for Roberto Bruno. Now chasing a 6.65, and Dave Phillips needing a 9.9.
All right, so there you have it. 16 minutes remaining here at the Encanto Pro Puerto Rico, and it has been an amazing competition here. We have been blessed from Mother Nature. We've had swell pretty much the entire time, and all the competitors, look at this monster. A big wave coming in. Yeah. Pounding in.
I tell you, some of those sets are probably pushing 6 to 8 feet today, and there's a lot of water in these swells. They are very, very thick. They mightn't look that big, but I tell you what, they are thick and wide, and they've got a lot of volume in them. And, there's no real channel here at the moment, so water's just really swirling around and it's just very, very difficult out there at the moment as we see black into this one for Dave Phillips.
All right, David Phillips coming off the bottom turning, looking for that section. Gets another speed line up top. Oh, bails last second before the wave comes down and closes out. D. Phillips, not much there for him. Now he has 3 low-scoring waves on his scorecard.
All right, well, we saw one of our 3 world champions crowned the other day. We just spoke to him moments ago, folks. It was Damien King from Port Macquarie. So not only a 2-time men's world champion, but also now a drop knee world champion, which is fantastic. And he's made the history books. And, you know, he's very deserving of that. He's always been an incredible DK rider. I remember when I first met Kingy when he was just a cheeky little 13-year-old. He's still cheeky, but he's not 13. But, you know, so it's been a long time coming. I mean, he just didn't, you know, flash in on the scene. He's done all the hard yards to get that one. And, of course, the women's race the other day, we saw Unata Gear from the Basque Country. She fell to Natasha Sagadia, and that pushed the Women's World Tour race into Azores.
Wow.
So that is going to be incredible to watch. And, you know, I'm stoked for Rui Felix and all the guys that are running that competition because now they have got something really to push the press on. And, of course, the GQS rankings will really be determined at that contest there when, you know, when that 6-star GQS goes down at the Azores. But let's have a look at the leaderboard. We spoke about this earlier, folks, and we're just going to bring up the graphic at the moment to have a bit of a squeeze at what's going on here. But right now, with 2 wins apiece, is Jared Houston and Ryan Hardy. They've just got the ultimate run into that 3rd round of competition, so the pressure's almost off those guys. Here's a nice wave, though, live action for Jeff Hubbard.
Jeff Hubbard coming off the bottom. Nice little face turn right there. Comes off the bottom one more time for a section and goes through the lip. Nice big backflip or air roll spin. More of a backflip on that maneuver. Comes in the inside section. Goes for a roll on the inside. That is the Jeff Hubbard everybody has been waiting to see here on the beach at Middles, Isabela, Puerto Rico.
Well, he is just lighting up out there at the moment, Jeff Hubbard. He is really hitting the high notes, folks. He's got an 8.25 on the previous wave, and, you know, his other good wave was a 7.5. I'm pretty sure that wave there's going to blow that 7.5 out of the water. You've got to be thinking that's probably one of his better waves to date. And we'll just look at the replay of this one from Jeff Hubbard, and you can see just positioning himself very nicely indeed, trying to get right in the pocket, of course, or in the zone. That's where the big scores are had, as many said. Nice ARS right out of the pocket. Have a look at the flexibility of that guy. It's just arms and legs everywhere. Managed to recover wonderfully and just punched off another sweet one for what was another 8.25 ride there from the Hawaiian Jeff Hubbard.
All right, Jeff Hubbard now in a commanding lead. Here's Roberto Bruno in yellow. Straight off the bottom. Extends this nice flying roll on the section and comes into the inside. Quick little spin. And he's not done yet. Looking for the inside section. Throws a reverse. Wow. That's some talent right there. Brazilians know how to throw it down. It's amazing to see what kind of talent is coming out of Brazil each and every year.
That's
Roberto
right.
Bruno.
Well, Bruno, just a nice little air roll out the back. This is back to live action now with Dave Phillips. And, well, Phil, I mean, D-Phil just trying to go for anything now, really, because he realises he's on the back foot. So some great little, you know, scores will be coming through for all these guys, and we'll bring up the speed. Right now it is Jeff Hubbard in the lead. Magna Oliveira in second. There's our leaderboard again, Manny. And
all right.
Take us through it, mate.
Okay, we are in the mix of first round. You will see 4 columns. Round 1, round 2, and round 3. Those are 3 separate heats that each of these competitors have to compete in. The number 6 means that Jared Houston won his first heat in round number 1. If he got third place, if a rider gets second place, they will be awarded 4 points. If you get third in your heat, you will get 2 points, and fourth will get 1 point. So now that you see rounds 1 and 2, we are updating this live and on time. So stay tuned. Now, this is where we're sitting at right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's the second page of the leaderboard. We're just kind of flicking through to 24. And, you know, if you actually go and you're watching on the live site, folks, at IBAWorldTour.com, you can actually go through and flick through the leaderboard yourself. So Damien King is on 2 points. Same with Dave Hubbard. Trevor Cam got a 4th. Gives you a bit of an idea of how the guys are going. Fantastic system, and allows the competitors 3 separate opportunities to be able to do their stuff.
I think that's one of the favorites for our fans, is they get to see their favorite rider at least 3 times before either one, they move on to man-on-man main event, or they will pack their bags and watch their friends compete. But the beauty, watching your favorite rider 3 times. I love it.
All right, well, Roberto Bruno, he's sitting in second place at the moment. He did pick up a 7.65. There he is. The Brazilian is on screen at the moment, 32 years of age. I really didn't think he was that old. He looks like a bit of a grommet. He's from Future Beach in good old Brazil, and, of course, came through as one of our successful trialists here at the Encanto Pro Puerto Rico.
Yes, I believe he placed second behind Thomas Rigby in the trials. Look at this. Magno Oliveira dropping in.
Yeah, well, Magno is third. He needs a pretty good score, around about a 6.41, and that is almost a textbook sort of maneuver there. Real trademark move there for Magno Oliveira, who, you know, has just got those things down pat. Not sure it's going to go very close, I guess, to getting the score required. We'll wait and see what the judge's interpretation of that one was.
All right, Magno Oliveira knows that he's down to his last 10 minutes to get back up on top of this heat. So again, Jeff Hubbard in a commanding lead. Guilherme Tamega and Middles, the dog, are stretching and doing other things.
Yeah, well, I bet he's a good luck charm around here, that dog. He lives here. He basically lives on the scraps that are left over for him each day. It doesn't have an owner. I do believe he's just a local dog that just rocks around here and somehow survives on all the tourists that come to this wonderful little spot here at Middles. But yeah, he's a funny little critter and probably needs a good wash. That's why he's a bit itchy. Got a few fleas.
Exactly. All right, look at all the competitors. Found their spot on the beach. Joe Clark getting a little bit of help there, tying up his rash guards. Some of these rash guards are becoming a little loose on the bottom because of this, but now you got to make everything tight because a lot of water is moving out there. The more streamlined you can be out there, the better. Joe Clark in the white jersey coming up next. Going against in red, Guilherme Tamega, and the Canary Islands local in the yellow jersey, Geray Martinez, and the Puerto Rican wild card, Rafael Rivera.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he's a funny little kid, Jake Stone, but he quite often, jokes around all the time and very relaxed sort of a competitor. But right now, looking like he's got his game face on. So that's the next heat, folks. GT, Jake Stone, Geray Martinez from the Canary Islands, and Rafael Rivera, the local guy, is coming your way shortly.
Wow, I haven't seen that look on Jake Stone, I think, ever. He's pretty focused. He looks really focused.
Yeah, well, you know, when he got beaten by our little basque mate over there in Reunion Island, he was really disappointed. He actually had the lead right down to the last minute in that heat. And he came in, I said, don't worry, mate, second's pretty good. And he just said, he's very competitive. Yeah. And basically, you know, it's the old Ricky Bobby thing. If you ain't first, you last.
Exactly. And I don't think he likes being last, so he's got that eye of the tiger walking around here on the beach and getting ready for his next heat coming up. He's going to be facing off with this guy. He is, he's not losing any steam. We saw him go absolutely crazy in the Arica Chilean Challenge earlier in the year. And probably one of the most memorable maneuvers of the tour so far, doing that big roll right in front of the reef. That was amazing. So Guilherme Tamega not losing any steam. He'll be going against Jake Stone coming up within the next 7 minutes.
All right, well, at the 7-minute mark, folks, it is Jeff Hubbard. He's on track at the moment. Of course, we saw in the previous heat, Ryan Hardy took out his one, so Jeff's on track at the moment.
You know what, Tessa, check this out. The guys actually heard us talking about it, and they do have the Chilean Challenge. Now, we're going to take a look at some of the highlights, and we are going to see Guilherme Tamega's roll out on, this is it right here. Boom, lands it, and look at the water
at the bottom of the screen. Have a look at that, folks. Look how shallow that was. I mean, and you know what? That footage, I mean, as good as it is, doesn't really do it justice. No. That was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in real life. That was, just took this sport to a whole new extreme.
That was absolutely amazing, and there's only maybe one or two guys on the planet that would have even thought of doing a maneuver in that position. But Guilherme Tamega coming up next. Up and riding, David Phillips.
All right, well, Phil's in a combination situation. He needs to just go for it. Oh, my goodness. Oh. How was the liftoff on that thing?
Oh, man. Unfortunately, the projection wasn't out towards the front of the wave, and he
almost made that. That was ridiculous. Have a look at this one, man. He take us through the top half of this maneuver.
Okay, I had no idea that I thought he was just gonna cut out of the way, but here he is setting his rail, full speed trim, and now he sees a section, and it's amazing to me that he got really close to pulling this off. But look at that perfect reverse air. He had maybe 4 feet of between him and the wave, and he almost pulled it off.
Well, you know, I don't know if we're going to stay with this wave right to the end, but, you know, I tell you what, right on the inside shore break, he almost came out of the foam, so he just fought to the last second to try and get that. It will be deemed as an incomplete ride, but the judges say, look, for something like that, they have to give it a 3, even though it was incomplete. That was just an incredible attempt.
Yeah, so he's not going to go out in vain in this heat. D. Phils with a gigantic air reverse off the back right there. Great wave for D. Phils, unfortunately, incomplete. So, 4 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. Where are we at?
Yep, Jeff Hubbard on track. He's got a couple of 8.25s. He's the proud owner of those two things. Magno Oliveira in second, needing almost a perfect score to take the lead. Roberto Bruno from Brazil, only needing a 5.5, so super close for yellow. Keep your eye on the Brazilian. He's really breathing down. There it is there on your screen. Really breathing down Magno's neck, only needing that 5.5. And, well, unfortunately, Dave Phillips still chasing a two-wave combination. So he's going to have to get a wriggle on. Not out of the question with just over 4 minutes left on the clock.
All right, we have rounds 2 and 3 in the 3-round leaderboard system. Live action coming to you from the Encanto Pro Puerto Rico here at Middles in just outside on the beaches of Isabela on Paradise, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I love this place, man. It's my first time here, and you know, just hanging out with the guys yesterday, checking out some of the other breaks around the place, and it is just an incredible little paradise. For me, it's like an American Bali. I love it.
Wow, look at Magno and all the riders turning around. Looked like they were going to take a whack at this one, but not much there for those guys. So again, here's another look at where we are currently in this heat. Heat number 4 of round number 2 out in the water.
Yeah, well, you can see Jeff Hubbard, you know, timing is run perfectly. You always want to go out there and try and build on your scores, and that's exactly what Hubbard's done with a couple of 8.25s on his last 2 waves. So his campaign is right on track, but have a look at that stack of whitewash. There's just so much power in that thing out there. It's just like one big washing machine.
It just filled the entire frame on that camera angle right there. And again, some of these camera angles we're about 2-3 feet above this ground and looking down on this water. It just makes the wave look smaller than what it really is.
All right, well, we're down to about 2.5 minutes remaining. I do believe we've got action. Jackson, good old Steve Jackson, is going to pop into the chair next, and Manny Vargas is going to go and have a well-earned break, mate, but go and enjoy heat off, mate, and take it easy.
All right, thanks, brother. And you might want to wipe off those little beads of water, as I'm going to do right now, from your upper lip. It's hot out here.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's damn hot, and there goes Manny Vargas, so thanks again. And g'day to everyone out there in Webland, folks. Of course, Terry McKenna here just holding down the anchor for Manny Vargas. We're going to get Steve Action Jackson. He is our statistical professional. He's got all the stats on everyone. Right now we're watching, well, this is White. Magno Oliveira is in second spot at the moment, and Magno is looking to try and better a 6.5. That one there just kind of, well, didn't really offer him too many opportunities. As we come down to around about 2 minutes remaining. Okay, so we are just about to, of course, welcome back to the webcast here. Is good old Steve Action Jackson. Steve, welcome along, mate.
How's it going, Tezza? Glad to be back on the mic with you. A lot of cool action going on out in the water. Some serious cleaner sets coming through out there, eh?
Absolutely, lots of power, mate, and on land here, it's pretty hot, mate. This is a very tropical little paradise here in Puerto Rico.
Oh, it's a beautiful little island here. Treasure trove of waves all around the island. Yesterday, with the lay day, I, like a lot of the riders here, decided to cruise the island and suss out some surf. Good times all around. So, pretty stoked. I mean, there's a lot to check out this island.
Yeah, well, there's San Juan. Some great little montage of the capital here in San Juan, Puerto Rico, folks. It's got a very rich history. I mean, this place was on the trading routes. It goes way back into the 1800s. You know, it's got a kind of it's deeply rooted in sort of Spanish tradition. Some of the architecture there is a real combination of European and Spanish kind of flavour, and just a beautiful place, Steve.
Yes, San Juan, Puerto Rico, 500 plus years old, the oldest city in the New World, and a mix of Taino, Spanish, African culture. Amazing.
Well, I'll tell you what else is amazing is the surf here. We are coming down to the last couple of seconds in this current heat. There's Jeff Hubbard just rolling off the end section. That one is, it's not going to better his previous 2 scores, but it's a nice way to finish a very successful campaign. So things looking on track for Jeff Hubbard.
Yes, I was off to the side watching the heats, and a couple of really nice waves from Jeff Hubbard. Here we have a quick wave exchange at the end from all of our competitors. And there you can see Kingy and the boys on the beach watching intently. There's a lot to take in here at this event.